The 1919 Mercury Dime is one of those small yet timeless treasures that continues to captivate collectors, and in the right condition, it can bring astonishing prices. Some pristine, full-band examples have sold for more than $30,000, with one stunning MS-68 full-bands piece realizing over $40,000 at auction. Even in average mint state condition, these coins can still fetch $500 to $2,000, proving that even a simple dime can carry enormous value. Support our effort, subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more amazing coin videos. The 1919 Mercury Dime, properly known as the Winged Liberty Head Dime, was designed by Adolph A. Weinman, the same artist behind the famous Walking Liberty $50. The design features Liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse displays a fasces, a bundle of rods bound together, representing unity and strength, alongside an olive branch for peace. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1919 issue marked one of the early years of the Mercury series, which ran from 1916 to 1945 and became one of the most admired designs in American coinage. The 1919 dimes were struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each carries its own level of rarity. The Philadelphia issue is the most common, with over 35 million minted, but high-quality pieces are still elusive due to weak strikes and heavy circulation. The 1919 D, with only 9.9 million made, is significantly scarcer, while the 1919 S is the true rarity of the group, with a mintage of just 8.8 million, and even fewer surviving in high grade. In circulated condition, most 1919 Mercury dimes range in value from $4 to $25, depending on their grade and mint mark. But the real excitement lies in uncirculated examples, especially those showing full horizontal bands across the fasces on the reverse, a detail that proves the coin was sharply struck. For collectors, these full bands coins are the gold standard. A 1919 S in mint state 65 full bands can command $15,000 to $25,000, and a 1919 D with the same sharpness has reached $30,000 to $40,000. Part of what makes these coins so appealing is their link to post-World War I America. The year 1919 marked the return of U.S. soldiers, the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, and a nation transitioning from war to peace. The Mercury Dimes imagery, freedom, strength, and peace, reflected that hopeful spirit perfectly. It was more than a coin. It was a small symbol of optimism carried in millions of pockets during a time of national recovery. Many examples of the 1919 dime suffered from weak striking, particularly at the Denver and San Francisco mints. This makes well-defined coins rare and valuable. Collectors specifically look for crisp details in Liberty's hair, a sharp wing on the cap, and those elusive full bands on the reverse. A coin with these features, even if lightly toned, is highly desirable. Over time, natural toning in shades of gold, blue, or violet can add even more appeal, especially if the luster beneath remains vibrant. Errors and varieties from 1919 are limited but can be interesting. Some show minor die cracks or repunched mint marks, which can add modest premiums of $50 to $300, depending on how prominent they are. But it's really the quality of strike, color, and preservation that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Coins that have been carefully stored for over a century can display remarkable brilliance, while most circulated examples show the wear of years of commerce, each one carrying a silent story from the early 20th century. Proof-like examples of this year are exceedingly rare, as the mint did not officially produce proofs in 1919. But a few exceptional business strikes exhibit reflective surfaces and mirror-like luster that collectors prize highly. When such coins appear at auctions by Heritage or Stack's Bowers, bidding competition can be fierce. In recent years, high-end registry collectors, those aiming to build the finest known sets, have driven prices to new heights, especially for full-band examples with eye-catching toning. The Mercury Dime series, and particularly dates like 1919, remain a cornerstone of American numismatics because they combine art, symbolism, and scarcity. Collectors often say the Mercury Dime embodies beauty in miniature, a small silver canvas that tells the story of an optimistic and evolving nation. Each coin connects us to a time of resilience, when the country was healing from the Great War and looking toward the future with hope and determination. Whether you find a 1919 Mercury Dime in an old collection, a forgotten coin jar, or a dealer's showcase, take a close look at its details: the wings, the bands, the shine of its silver. You might be holding a small but powerful piece of history, a century-old work of art that still carries the grace and strength of its time. In the world of American coins, few series capture hearts like the Mercury Dimes, and the 1919 issue, with its rarity and beauty, remains one of the finest examples of that enduring legacy.